What's going on, guys? Chris Speed here. So this is going to be a video all about minimalist training. So what I would say about this training program is it's not ideal, it's not optimal, which is what we're looking for. It's not maximal in terms of the amount you train or the amount of results you may get. But what it is, it's a good program to follow if you happen to be sort of a young professional or quite a busy guy or girl who's just working a lot, or who just doesn't have a lot of time in their schedule to train anymore, but you still want to be able to train. Now, the reason that we started doing this with one of my clients and some of the other guys that I help out is because some people go from being able to train 4 to 5 times a week, and then they get really pissed off and annoyed when they can't then train the same way when they start working or when life changes or when they have other commitments. So they kind of go from training 4 to 5 times a week and they're not wanting to train at all. So this program is to give you a base to work off of planned workouts, where you can then add what you want on top of it, or just leave it at the 2-day-a-week base of workouts. So what these workouts do is it focuses on basically just making you a bit more athletic, trying to make you stronger while preventing injuries while doing so. So yeah, again, this program isn't ideal. There's going to be some gaps in it, like there is with any program, but this is the best way I've found to attack, the 2-day-a-week training problem. With the time that you have, with some of the clients that I have who work on this kind of system. The main one being Harry Morris, who's been on my page a lot because he tends to make very good results and very good progression, even though he doesn't get to train as regularly as he'd like. So basically what we do to sort of construct this program is we look at the basic movements we need to cover. We need to cover single leg and single arm work, anti-rotation work, rotational work, specific work for the glute, abs, upper and lower back, and then we need to cover the basic compound movements as well. So those first 6 movements I listed, those are done in the warm-up. Those are done with 3 to 5 movements, and we may do them in a circuit, we may do them one after another, but we make sure that we warm up all those areas and that we do some kind of work for those so that he's used to moving in different directions, pushing off of and accepting force into a single leg. So we'll do like a lunge circuit. We make sure that he's used to pushing off of one arm, so we'll do some single arm work. We make sure that he's used to resisting and producing rotation through the spine, whatever that may be. It may be rolling on the floor, it may be doing some tumbling, it may be doing some rotational work or med ball throws. And then after that, we go into the compound lifts. So the way we treat the compound lifts is we put them into a bit more of a circuit or superset to produce a conditioning effect as well. Because remember, if you're training twice a week, that means that you've only got 2 days a week to get stronger, to get more mobile, and to get in better condition and up your work capacity and aerobic fitness, as well as your raw strength and power. So what we do is, the first superset, so 1A and 1B, we take a squat. For Harry, it'd be a front squat. You can pick whatever squat you want. It doesn't have to be with a barbell either, as long as you can load it somehow. Then a vertical press. Again, this can be double arm, single arm, with a barbell, with a dumbbell, with a kettlebell, whatever you want to do and you feel comfortable with, do that. We then attack this so he doesn't have much rest between those 2 exercises, but between the whole superset, he'll rest for about 1 minute to 2 minutes. So we're aiming for 25 to 35 total reps of volume. So we'll either go 5 sets of 3, 5 sets of 3, we'll go 5 by 5, 6 by 5, 7 by 5. We may go 8 sets of 3 or 10 sets of 3 some weeks. We'll vary the rep scheme up. The one that's working best at the moment to get him back into this style of training is using the same weight and progressing it upwards a little bit each week, but going 5 reps, 4 reps, 3 reps, 2 reps, and 1 rep. All with the same weight, because that tends to mean he can rest less and less, even as he's getting fatigued, and he feels more confident with the weight because the less reps he has to do, it kind of feels like it's getting easier and he's getting more confident, which leads into a better week of training each week. So after we've done that initial superset, he'll have about 2 to 3 minutes rest while we set the equipment up for the next superset, which will tend to be some kind of deadlift. Again, he's doing sumo deadlifts with a barbell. You can do kettlebell deadlifts. You can do an RDL with dumbbells. You can do, if you've got one of those sort of lever like shrug machines at your gym, you can do RDLs off of that or deadlifts off of that if you want to. Then he does some kind of horizontal press. We do a bench press with a close grip. You can do a bench press with a normal grip. You can do a reverse grip press. You can do a pin press. You do whatever you want. Just make sure you're doing the horizontal press where you can load it and get stronger at it. We'll do the same thing with that. We'll superset those back and forth. Again, at the moment, we're going 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 on all of it, and just trying to progress the weight up as much as we can each week. After we finish this, so from warm up to the end of that sort of set, at the end of those 2 supersets, tends to take about, depending if he's moving fast, 35 to 40 minutes. If he's moving slow, it can take up to 50. And then what we'll do is we'll add in any accessory work we feel like we need to afterwards. So we tend to be glute work, upper back work, single leg work, and then maybe just some arm work, just because it's nice to add in. So that's his big session of the week. The second session of the week can be exactly the same if you want it to be, albeit probably do it with a different rep scheme with slightly lighter weights. Or you can choose the superset you feel like you're worst at or want to work on the most. So if you really want to be a bigger deadlifter and a bigger bench presser, you're going to do the same superset on the second day of the week, but you're only going to do that one. So you're not going to do the squat squat and overhead press, then the sumo deadlift and bench press superset. You'll just do the sumo deadlift and bench press on that second day. And then again, include a good warm-up of whatever accessory work you want to do afterwards. Now, this is not a perfect system because it's missing out a lot of stuff like actual targeted conditioning work. You're not getting as much hypertrophy work in and not as much sort of high rep work in to sort of protect the joints and to produce a bit more hypertrophy and round out the program. Again, you're also not really getting many jumps, but the program as a whole is going to make sure you keep getting stronger, you keep progressing, you keep maintaining your mobility and what strength you have, and hopefully building on top of it. And then when it comes time to start adding training days in, you're going to be in enough shape to do so. But for a lot of people, this 2-day-a-week routine will actually produce quite good results just because the amount of work you cram into the 2 days. And for some people, it may actually be better because you get 5 days to recover. And if you've got a stressful job, you've got a stressful life, you're running around doing a lot of stuff, then sometimes that's all you really need. So give that a try. If you want it written out, you want it in a bit sort of like clearer, like on a piece of paper, on a PDF or something, just so you can read it and digest it, please let me know and I'll put it in the comment section below, or I'll put it on a PDF for you guys to download. If you have any other questions on it, just comment on this video or comment on the Facebook post and I'll be happy to help you guys out. Hope you enjoyed it.